take a look at solving equations by adding or subtracting. First thing that's important here is this symbol. Means a very special thing that whatever is on the left-hand side has the same value as whatever is on the right-hand side. We want to keep that in mind as we work our way through any type of solving equations, and especially as we start out here. There's some steps that I will put forth in order for us to go about this solving. Here they are. Find the variable. Okay, sometimes the variable might be on the left-hand side, sometimes it might be on the right-hand side of our equation. Doesn't matter. First step, track down that variable. Next, see what's hanging out with it. And what I mean by that is what is on the same side of the equal sign as the variable. At this point, I am not at all concerned about this 23. I'm focusing in on the 15. That's right with our b. Then, in order to get rid of that 15, I need to do the opposite to get it out of here. Now, remember this thing. That says that whatever's over here is the same as what's over here. So if I get rid of 15 on this side, well, I got to do the same thing on the other side. We have to maintain that equality, and to do that, if I do something on one side, have to do that on the other side. Sometimes you might think of the sides of the equation as siblings. If one sibling gets a piece of candy, well, then the other sibling is going to want a piece of candy too. So to keep the peace, make sure they both get that. Alright, let's dig into one of these and see what we can do with it. First one, right here, as I was looking at, we find the variable. Hey, there it is. There's the b. Now take a look at what's on the same side of the equals sign. And you might even go ahead and just draw a sort of a line through that equals sign that says, hey, here are my two sides of my equation. I've got the stuff on the left-hand side, the stuff on the right. Okay, there's the b. I see a 15 that's hanging out with it. Well, if I have 15 of something, how am I going to get rid of them? Well, I can subtract 15. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to subtract 15 here, and since I did it on this side, I have to do it on this side as well. So minus 15 over here. Then, just clean up. So 15 minus 15, that's just 0. What's left here? Just the b. Perfect. Okay, that's what we want. And then, equals sign. Then on this side we've got 23 minus 15. Well, 23 minus 15 would be 8. So there it is. Now, a couple other things. Anytime we're asked to solve an equation, our goal is going to be the same. Get that variable by itself. Okay? So get rid of the other stuff that's hanging out with it. We do that by doing the opposite. Secondly, there is no excuse for ever giving a wrong answer here unless you're just flat out not sure how to come up with it, because we can always check our answer. How do we do that? Take that, whatever you get here, remember this says b equals 8, so that means anytime I see a b, if I put an 8 there, that should work. So let's do that just to check. So I put in the 8 for the b, so it's 15 plus b. Well, hey, wait a minute. b is 8. 15 plus 8, what's that equal to? Well, that's equal to 23. So, sure enough, it does work. Alright, let's take a look at this next one here. For this one, first step, find the variable. We're solving. Find the variable, get it by itself. Alright, so here's the v. We can put a little line here again to separate those sides if you'd like. You don't have to, but that might help you as you start out here. Then, v, what's hanging out with it? Hey, there's a minus 15. Ooh, if I'm 15 in the hole, how am I going to get that out of there? Well, I got to add 15, right? Do the opposite. So plus 15, and since I did it on this side, got to do it on the other side as well, so plus 15 over here. Then, clean up. What's left here? Minus 15 plus 15, that's 0. Perfect. And we've just got a v. Alright, so v, bring this down, equals, now, negative 27 plus 15. Let's think about this. We're 27 in the hole, you could think of it. 27 in debt. You owe a friend $27, and we pay off $15. Well, how much do we still owe them? Well, we would still be $12 in the hole, right? So we're at negative 12. Now, remember, we can always check. So let's take it back and do that. Put it in. Take that negative 12, put it in for V. So we would have negative 12 minus 15. Hey, sure enough, negative 27. Alright, moving on here. Again, first step, I'm going to sound like a stuck record, but this is such a critical piece in terms of working with algebra, this basic solving. Hey, here's my variable. In this case, it's on the right-hand side. That's okay. We just focus in there on the right-hand side then. Right here we are. There's the V. What's hanging out with it? An 8. How do I get rid of 8? Well, do the opposite. Minus 8. So minus 8 there. If I subtract 8 on this side, got to do the same thing over here. Got to keep the peace. 26 minus 8, well, that would be 18 equals V. Hey, check it. 8 plus 18 is 26. Perfect. Alright, let's go on up to the other side here and try this one. Ooh, some crazier stuff over here. Let's see if we can't continue this same process and see if it works. Alright, find the variable. There it is. Alright, we're on the left-hand side this time, so we're going to focus in there. And we've got a minus 15. Hey, it seems like we had a minus 15 before. How did we get rid of that? Plus 15. So I'm going to add 15 here. Gets rid of that minus 15. Those zero out. Then plus 15 over here. Alright, bring it down. N equals, now, negative 9 plus 15. We're 9 in the hole. We've got 15. It's going to leave us with 6, right? Well, if you're not sure, put it back in to check. Negative 15 plus 6 is negative 9. Sure enough. Alright, now, hey, some decimals. Yikes, is it going to work the same way? I think so, but let's give it a try. Alright, find the variable. There it is. Hanging out with it, we've got a plus 9.3. To get rid of it, do the opposite. So, I'm going to subtract 9.3 over here. Subtract 9.3 over here. Okay, remember both sides of that equal sign. This splits us in half. Then, what's left? We got an F equals 8 minus 9.3. Well, if we're at 8, you could think of it as money too. If you have $8 and you want to spend $9.30, well, what do we have left? Well, it would be $1.30 in the hole, or negative 1.3. We could put it back in to check, and indeed, again, it works. Alright, fractions. Ooh, everybody's scary thing, fractions. Works the same way. Got that H right there. What's hanging out with it? Plus 5 over 8, 5/8. To get rid of it, do the opposite. So minus 5/8. Do that on both sides, minus 5/8. Then, use your fraction skills here. Well, this is gone. Plus 5/8 minus 5/8. Just H left here. That's equal to, 1/8 minus 5/8. Let's rewrite it like this just to be careful. 1/8 minus 5/8. When we subtract fractions, remember we have to have a common denominator. We do have that. And then we just subtract across the top. So it's 1 minus 5 would be negative 4 over 8. And then don't forget to simplify. Negative 4 over 8 we could divide by 4 on the top and bottom and be left with negative 1 over 2. Negative 1/2. And we could put that back in and we would find that it works. Alright, solving equations by adding or subtracting. Some steps. First of all, remember, anytime you're asked to solve an equation, whether it's these or some crazy looking thing, the goal is to get that variable by itself. How do we do that? Get rid of anything else that's hanging out with it by doing the opposite. And by opposite, here we had a positive, we subtracted. Here we had subtraction, or a negative, and we added. Remember, if you do it on one side, you've got to do it on the other side as well to maintain that equality. Think of it like two siblings. Got to keep the peace. If somebody gets a piece of candy, we need a piece of candies all around. Then, when you come up with your answer, you can always take it back and check to make sure that that answer works. No excuse for giving a wrong answer. Hope this video was helpful. Good luck in your solving equations. You can do it.